Breaking news, y'all, this is not a drill. You will not believe what just dropped. Get ready, because this is about to be the most jaw-dropping exposé of 2026. Grab your popcorn, charge your phones, and hold onto your wigs because Katt Williams just lit Hollywood on fire. In a recent no-holds-barred interview, Katt didn't just come for folks. He named names, dropped hints, and exposed alleged dark secrets from deep inside the industry. And when we say dark, we're talking Epstein Island levels of dark. That's right. Katt claims he knows which A-list celebs allegedly made deals with the devil, aka Jeffrey Epstein, to get fame, fortune, and roles they never earned. You think you know the truth about your faves? Think again. Police car light leaked screenshots. Police car light secret DMs. Police car light alleged NDA slips. Police car light and sources close to the family who can't stay quiet anymore. This exposé isn't just speculation. We're showing you the receipts, the fan theories, and the shocking patterns that make you wonder if this was all hidden in plain sight. From A-list actresses to Grammy-winning musicians, this story has layers on layers on layers. But it gets crazier, because every time Katt pulls back one curtain, he reveals another twisted level of this celebrity pyramid of silence. So buckle up, because this viral rabbit hole is going to shake your fandoms to their core. Fire this isn't tea, y'all. This is the whole kettle thrown at the window. 2 weeks ago, the entertainment world was flipped upside down when Katt Williams sat down for what everyone thought would be a regular interview on The Unfiltered Table, a messy, underground podcast known for wild rants and uncensored conversations. But nobody expected what Katt dropped that night. With the camera rolling, cigar smoke in the air, and zero hesitation in his voice, Katt leaned forward and said the sentence that would set social media ablaze. Half y'all favorite actors didn't blow up cause of talent. They blew up cause they took that flight, y'all know which one. The hosts laughed at first, nervous laughter. They thought he was joking, but Katt didn't blink. He stared into the lens and doubled down. They ain't go to that island for the ocean breeze. They went for favors, deals, promises made by men who never showed up in the credits. And just like that, the whole tone of the interview shifted. You could literally hear the silence in the room, like everybody realized he was not playing. And within hours, that clip was everywhere. Twitter, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, IG Reels, it spread like wildfire. People clipped the part where he said, "A sweet girl from Houston who married a producer and can cry on cue," and suddenly every thread was flooded with guesses. Fans were saying, is he talking about Redacted? Wait, she's from Houston. She married a studio exec. OHHHHH. Another moment, when Katt casually mentioned the R&B king who disappeared for 3 years and came back with a platinum album. It wasn't even a full name drop, but the streets knew exactly who he meant. Within 24 hours, #Katt Williams exposed them was trending #1 globally. Then came the receipts. People started posting screenshots of alleged flight logs to Little St. James, Epstein's infamous island. One had initials like SB and CP, which just so happened to match two celebrities who had suddenly gotten major streaming deals around the same time in 2016. Was it real? Was it edited? That didn't matter. The internet didn't care. The narrative had already started running. One user posted a TikTok titled, "Celebs who got famous right after Epstein's arrest," and the video racked up 8.5 million views in a day. In it, they linked sudden career boosts to specific timelines that Katt hinted at. One actor went from indie films to Marvel overnight. One pop girl went from canceled to Cannes. Another comedian suddenly got a Netflix deal right after a mysterious hiatus. But it wasn't just fans fueling the fire, because someone started leaking DMs. An account claiming to be a former assistant for a high-powered Hollywood couple shared a private conversation with Katt where he allegedly said, "They don't want me to speak. They already tried to shut me down once." The assistant replied, "You saw her on that island, didn't you?" And Katt responded with a simple, "Yup, she was there, and not just once." Now the drama was no longer speculation. Screenshots like that, real or not, get believed online. People don't wait for CNN. They take a tweet and run with it. Reddit went into full forensic mode. Someone even posted a breakdown of a paparazzi photo from 2013 showing a blurred background where, supposedly, Epstein was at the same gala as a then-up-and-coming actress. "Look at the bodyguard in the back," one Redditor wrote. Same guy that used to work Epstein's parties. Connect the dots. Whether the dots were real or not didn't matter. The damage was done. At this point, publicists were panicking. Multiple celeb teams were sending out silent takedown requests. Posts vanished. Threads were mass reported. One blogger tweeted, "I had to delete my Epstein celeb theory thread. My site got hit with 3 copyright strikes in 1 hour. They're scrubbing everything." Another YouTuber, who had done a 40-minute video analyzing Katt's statements, posted an update saying their monetization was removed and their email inbox was being flooded with legal notices from third parties. And yet, the story kept growing. Because then came the voice note. A grainy, shaky audio file dropped anonymously on a fan account known for gossip. The voice, allegedly belonging to a former staff member on Epstein's Island, claimed that a young actress turned director stayed there for 4 nights in 2015 and was flown back on a private jet registered under a famous rapper's label. The voice also said, "She didn't come for the sun, baby. She came for the deal, you know the kind." That voice note alone sent timelines into flames. Actress turned director? Flown on a rapper's plane? Theories exploded. Fans pulled up old interviews where this actress said, "I had to make hard decisions early in my career." And suddenly, that quote was being reframed in entirely new context. One fan wrote, "If what Katt is saying is true, then everything we believed about the industry is a lie." Another replied, "It was always a lie. Y'all just didn't want to see it." And that's when things took another turn. Because while fans were deep in their conspiracy threads, a verified account, a screenwriter with real credits, tweeted this. "Katt ain't lying. The island was never about vacation. It was a vetting ground." That tweet got over 250,000 likes before it mysteriously disappeared 2 hours later. What made it worse? Katt started reposting memes about it. One meme showed the Epstein Island map with celebrity faces photoshopped onto it, and the caption, "Who got the deal?" Eyes. Katt reposted it with laughing emojis. It was messy, petty, and calculated. He was pouring gasoline on the fire, and the industry felt it. Behind the scenes, according to multiple unverified sources, one big-name director allegedly called Katt's management directly and threatened legal action. Another allegedly tried to pay him to retract. A source close to Katt reportedly told blog site Cream Room they offered him a bag to backtrack. He said, "Keep it. He's ready to die on this hill." That quote alone had fans screaming. "Katt is the last real one," one user wrote. "They gone try to get him. Watch." And the thing that really shook people, a YouTube channel known for celebrity blind items posted a theory that one of the celebs being hinted at had a sealed indictment related to Epstein's estate. No proof, no names, but enough to get the rumor mill turning. And y'all know the second the word indictment drops, fans start combing through court docs like the FBI themselves. Then came the live stream. Katt went on IG Live late at night, black screen, voice only. He said, "They still sending threats. One of y'all team hit me today. I ain't scared. The truth is the truth, and I'm not even done yet." That live had over 400K people tuned in before it cut off mysteriously. People swore it glitched. Others said it was taken down. But the clips, already everywhere. And now the question was, who else is Katt talking about? Because it sounded like he had more names to drop. Fans made tier lists. Threads popped up with headers like, "Celebs who might be on the next expose list fire," and "If Katt drops her name, I'm logging out FR." The tension was building. Every day, new fake DMs, fake receipts, and sometimes real ones were leaking online. One user claimed to have found a cache of deleted photos showing a now Oscar-winning actress at Epstein's New Mexico ranch in 2012. Another claimed to have documents linking a certain Grammy winner to a now-defunct foundation funded by Epstein's network. No one could prove anything, but the court of public opinion doesn't wait for proof. It just judges. And right now, Hollywood's biggest names were on trial. But wait, because the next person Katt allegedly hinted at, not only is she beloved by fans, she's also married to someone who just got exposed in the Epstein files last year. And that twist is coming up next. Stay right there. You won't believe what happened behind the scenes of the charity gala they both attended in 2018. The energy around the Katt Williams revelations was already chaotic, but everything exploded again when an anonymous gossip account dropped a blurry photo from a 2018 charity gala in New York. At first glance, the image seemed harmless, just a mix of celebs, donors, and political faces. But when users zoomed in on the background, they noticed two guests who were never listed on the official attendance record: a beloved actress known for her Girl Next Door image and her husband, a recently scandal-ridden film director who allegedly had ties to Epstein's foundation through offshore donations. The actress, who fans had adored for years and once trended worldwide for her humble beginnings, was now caught in the eye of the hurricane. Suddenly, every interview she'd ever done was being dissected. People started pulling up a 2017 red carpet moment where she awkwardly avoided a question about Epstein's arrest. One Twitter user spliced clips of her interviews side by side, showing how she shut down questions about her early career, connections. The video hit 3.2 million views in 10 hours. Then, a supposed insider account stepped in claiming that she had been flown privately to the island in 2015 under a charity arts delegation. But no official list was ever published. Reddit exploded. Who sends a 27-year-old actress to an Epstein-linked arts summit with no documentation? One user posted. She wasn't even that famous then. More screenshots poured in. This time, a leaked WhatsApp conversation between two production assistants. One of them texted, "She's shaking. She knows it's coming. Katt cracked the dam." The other replied, "PR's in overdrive. They're scrubbing footage, deleting tweets, even old MySpace stuff." Meanwhile, Katt was silent, radio silent, no interviews, no posts, no cryptic tweets, which only made the paranoia worse. People started theorizing that he was being silenced. "He probably got hit with a gag order," one user posted. Or worse, y'all remember what happened to Isaac Kappy. TikTok creators stitched Katt's last IG live with conspiracy music and slow zooms into his face, claiming he was dropping coded messages. One viral post suggested he blinked 3 times during a specific sentence, which apparently meant, "They're watching me." It sounds ridiculous, but it had over 1 million likes. That's how deep this rabbit hole went. And just when it looked like things were quieting down, TMZ dropped a story that reignited the entire firestorm. Private jet registered to Epstein flew to remote soundstage during 2016 Netflix pilot shoot. The article didn't name the show, but fans immediately began connecting the dots. A now-hit series, which launched a certain actress into superstardom, was shot at that exact soundstage. Within hours, side-by-side videos were posted online showing the matching location, crew members, and even behind-the-scenes interviews where the cast joked about how random their pilot filming location was. One Reddit thread pointed out that the flight logs from Epstein's plane aligned with the pilot's filming schedule exactly. Someone even found an old tweet from the showrunner saying, "Grateful to a certain anonymous investor who made our pilot happen." People were screaming in the replies, "Katt was right. This is the real casting couch, just Epstein version." Backlash started pouring in toward that actress. Her IG comments were flooded. People spammed snake emojis. Someone even posted a 2019 speech she gave about making it on her own, overlaid with the words "fake" in bold red letters. Her PR team tried to issue a soft denial through a gossip blog, claiming she had never knowingly associated with Jeffrey Epstein or his affiliates, but the wording felt off to fans. "Knowingly, that's how you know it's true," someone commented. "Girl, you knew." Then, in a jaw-dropping twist, another celeb entered the chat. A Grammy-winning pop star, known for her feminist brand and industry survivor narrative, was seen leaving a Beverly Hills restaurant just days after the scandal blew up, and paparazzi caught her mouthing, "Katt needs to shut up." That clip was uploaded to Twitter with captions like, "So now we know she's scared eyes." It didn't take long before a 2014 Tumblr post resurfaced, where a user claimed they were once an assistant for that same pop star and had to book her a flight to a sketchy island with an older finance guy. That post had been ignored for nearly a decade, until now. Fans reposted it, dissected it, matched the timeline, and suddenly she was added to the list of Katt's secret targets. The fan-created spreadsheet titled Epstein X Celebs Katt might be referring to had grown from 5 names to 38 in less than a week. And here's where it gets even darker. One of the names on that list was a well-known child actor turned blockbuster action star. He had always been seen as squeaky clean, a wholesome face in Hollywood. But an old tabloid article from 2009 suddenly resurfaced, where he briefly mentioned staying at a billionaire's private island during a youth charity event. That article had once been shrugged off. Now, it was being ripped apart line by line. People pulled up a photo from that trip, showing him shaking hands with an unnamed donor whose silhouette matched Epstein's assistant. Hollywood protected him for a reason, users wrote. Now it makes sense why he suddenly got that $20 million movie role. The tension reached a boiling point when a new TikTok dropped, posted by an influencer who claimed her aunt used to work for an elite talent agency in the 2000s. In the video, she whispered, "They traded favors. It wasn't auditions. It was dinners, flights, NDAs. You think stars just blow up? You think they just get discovered at Starbucks?" That video hit 7 million views in 12 hours. Her account was deleted the next day. And just when we thought we'd seen it all, another voice memo dropped on Twitter. This one was allegedly from a former house manager at a Caribbean property reportedly tied to Epstein's circle. In the recording, the speaker detailed a 2016 gathering that included 2 actresses, a rapper's manager, and a famous daytime talk show host. The host, who had always denied any association with Epstein, was named directly. "They came for favors, came out with contracts," the voice said. That clip was reposted over 50,000 times in 48 hours. News outlets stayed silent. Mainstream media was not touching it, but online, it was a feeding frenzy. By this point, fans weren't even waiting on Katt anymore. They started investigating on their own. TikTok creators made full documentaries with timelines, facial comparisons, location breakdowns. One theory claimed that a certain superhero film franchise was 100% funded by Epstein-adjacent investors. Another theory suggested a hidden recruitment network within acting schools. Even casting directors started being questioned. A 2020 podcast interview with one casting agent suddenly got thousands of comments after someone timestamped a moment where he said, "Sometimes who you know, or who you meet privately, can change your career overnight." As all of this snowballed, Katt finally broke his silence again. But not in a podcast, not in a live, not even on his page. He dropped a cryptic tweet, "I ain't even started yet." That's it, 7 words. But those 7 words sent Twitter into overdrive. Within 10 minutes, He Knows Everything was trending. And the fear was real. Multiple celeb PR firms reportedly held emergency Zoom calls. One insider tweeted, "There are panic meetings happening in Beverly Hills right now. I've never seen them this scared." Then came the most shocking claim yet. A well-followed celebrity gossip account posted a blind item stating that a major award-winning actress is lawyering up for potential blackmail charges after being told that a comedian may have evidence linking her to flight logs. Though the item didn't name Katt directly, the timing, language, and circumstances made it clear who it was referring to. The comments under that post? Absolutely unhinged. Fans were guessing names, posting side-eyes, dragging everyone. It felt like we were watching a live collapse of the entertainment industry, brick by brick. And now, the scariest question of all, what does Katt have that he hasn't released yet? Because everything we've seen so far, every leak, every screenshot, every whisper, might just be the beginning. And the silence from Hollywood only makes it louder. Not one A-lister has come forward to publicly deny him by name. Not one talk show has invited him back. And that speaks volumes, because if he really was lying, wouldn't lawsuits be flying already? But they're not. Which leaves all of us wondering who's next. Because the next name on the alleged flight manifest that fans uncovered belongs to someone with a presidential campaign, a billion-dollar cosmetics line, and a squeaky clean record. And when that drops, Hollywood might not recover. By now, the Katt Williams exposé had gone far beyond celebrity gossip. It was no longer just tea, it had morphed into a full-blown cultural earthquake. And just when the conversation seemed like it couldn't get any darker, fans uncovered a lead that made even the skeptics stop and go, "Wait, no way." A resurfaced financial document, originally posted during the leaked Epstein court filings but largely ignored at the time, showed a $5 million philanthropic donation to a children's health organization, dated just weeks after one of Epstein's final flights in 2018. The signature on the donation matched a name everyone knows, a name tied to a billion-dollar cosmetics empire. A name now swirling in fan theories, blind items, and grainy screenshots. According to a viral Twitter thread that exploded overnight, that donation wasn't just generous, it was strategic. She was cleaning her slate, the post claimed. Don't y'all think it's weird that she suddenly pivoted to charity work right after that? The internet had already been whispering about this cosmetics mogul for weeks. Her team was known for scrubbing negative press like a digital SWAT unit. But once her name popped up connected to Epstein's charity donation trail, people dug deeper. Suddenly, people started connecting the dots to an old 2015 photo showing her at a gala with a hedge fund billionaire who had been later named in Epstein's inner circle. A Reddit user even posted side-by-side comparisons of party backgrounds, proving she had been at 3 separate events that had ties to Epstein-affiliated foundations. Too many coincidences, the post read. At this point, y'all just being willfully blind. It didn't help that around the same time, an anonymous email was leaked to a gossip YouTuber known for exposing influencers. The email claimed that the mogul's team had offered a 7-figure donation to a private nonprofit that focused on reputation protection, allegedly asking for search result suppression tied to Epstein's name. Of course, there was no way to verify the email's origin, but the damage was done. That one screenshot sent conspiracy YouTube spiraling. Channels with millions of subscribers started posting 45-minute breakdowns, complete with eerie music, slow zooms, and alleged patterns in her product names that fans claimed were coded references. Y'all noticed her shade names? One is literally called Island Nights. I can't make this up, a TikToker said, shaking as she held up a lipstick tube. Meanwhile, back on Twitter, someone uncovered a leaked calendar entry from Epstein's former assistant. In it, there was a cryptic meeting titled CK1HR Bungalow 3, scheduled at a private New York hotel during a fashion week in 2016. That alone might have meant nothing, until fans pointed out that C.K. were the initials of the cosmetics queen, and that she'd been in NYC that week, hosting a panel on power and femininity. The theory gained traction, especially when someone found a photo of her at that hotel that same evening. It's her, fans said. She was there, she made the deal. Then things escalated beyond just internet sleuthing. A former Hollywood PR agent, anonymous, of course, spoke to a blog under a pseudonym, claiming that there was an entire fixer network in the entertainment world designed to protect Epstein-linked deals. According to them, these fixers had access to NDAs, reputation management firms, and even social media bots designed to drown out or discredit anyone asking the wrong questions. If a comedian speaks out, they'll get hit with fake scandals. If a blogger posts proof, that site suddenly gets flagged or suspended. It's all coordinated, the source claimed. This revelation sparked yet another trend. Fans began combing through Katt Williams' past controversies, and many began believing they were orchestrated. What if the arrests, the canceled shows, the erratic behavior? A user posted, what if that was all to discredit him in advance? As if on cue, Katt reemerged again. No interviews, just another tweet. This one said, "You don't get banned from the table unless you told what's being served." That tweet was liked by over 700,000 people, including several mid-tier celebrities who quickly unliked it minutes later. Screenshots were captured. Why did she unlike it so fast? Someone asked. Was it accidental, or did her team tell her to cut it? At the same time, a dramatic plot twist unfolded involving a former teen Disney star. She had previously avoided all scandal, built a solid acting career, and just launched a book. But someone dug up old footage of her in a 2010 interview talking about visiting the Caribbean with a mentor. The mentor, later revealed to be tied to Epstein's network. That footage had sat on the internet for over a decade, completely unnoticed. But now, with this new lens, fans were watching every word, every blink, every smile. She looked scared even back then, one comment said. She knew what was happening. By this point, you couldn't scroll through Twitter, Reddit, or TikTok without running into fan theories, doctored receipts, and even real leaked info, some of which had been buried for years. One major example? A video clip from a 2014 benefit concert featuring a certain pop duo who hadn't performed together in years. In the background, A now-disgraced financier linked to Epstein was seen shaking hands with one of the performers backstage. The performer later denied ever knowing him. But the video? Crystal clear. People began asking, "So you never met him, huh? What's this then?" The internet wasn't just watching anymore, they were participating. Petitions started circulating demanding a federal investigation into Epstein's Hollywood ties. Over 400,000 people signed in the first 72 hours. The White House press secretary was even asked about it during a recent briefing. While they gave a non-answer, it only made the speculation worse. "They're protecting the rich, just like always," someone tweeted, sharing side-by-side images of the mogul, the pop star, and the billionaire fixer, all at the same Vanity Fair party years ago. And then, almost too perfectly timed, another storm hit. A defunct modeling agency website suddenly came back online for 20 minutes. During that brief window, someone scraped its entire database and found over 300 names, emails, and event locations dating back to 2004. Among them, several names fans immediately recognized: an Oscar winner, a Grammy winner, a late-night host, and one high-profile celebrity who had just launched a healing retreat brand focused on wellness and self-love. She had rebranded her entire image after a messy divorce and was now seen as a spiritual guide. But now, her name was on that list, connected to an Epstein-hosted model scout dinner in Paris. The rebranding made sense now. Fans were rewatching her, healing journey videos and noticing inconsistencies. "She talks about finding herself after trauma," someone tweeted, "but now I'm thinking she's just hiding the deal she made." And it didn't help that when journalists reached out to her team for comment, they said, "No comment on rumors and conspiracies." That phrase, rumors and conspiracies, lit a fuse. "They always say that before it becomes true," a blogger wrote. Katt had gone from punchline to profit. Celebs who once mocked him were now being begged to respond. The silence was deafening. Talk shows that usually jumped on hot topics were silent. Gossip columns stopped covering it. Even podcasts avoided it. One host admitted off the record, "We got warned. They told us not to touch the Katt thing." Legal threats. But the fans, they weren't done. Because in a moment that sent chills across timelines, someone uploaded what they claimed was a redacted testimony from a former pilot involved in Epstein's operations. In the scanned image, multiple celebrity initials were listed. One in particular matched a leading daytime TV icon whose public image was all about truth, empowerment, and justice. The page had "confidential" stamped on it. Within minutes of it going viral, the account was banned, the image was scrubbed, and every repost was flagged for privacy violations. But it was too late. The screenshots were already out there. Now the question wasn't just who was involved, but who knew and stayed silent? Because silence, in this world, isn't innocence, it's complicity. And people were watching. Fans were rethinking award speeches, collaborations, even casting choices. Who vouched for who? Who disappeared when things got dark? Who suddenly went quiet? And if this is just what the public has uncovered, what else does Katt still have? Because insiders keep saying he's only scratched the surface. That there's more. Emails, flight logs, photos, maybe even videos. If any of that ever gets released, Hollywood will burn. And yet, there's a name still whispered but never said aloud. A name so powerful, so connected, so beloved that even Katt hasn't spoken it. But fans think they've figured it out. Because the final piece of the puzzle isn't just about fame, it's about politics. And that, my friends, is where this gets really dangerous. By this point, the fire that Katt Williams lit wasn't just engulfing Hollywood, it was reaching the halls of power. Up until now, the fallout had stuck mostly to entertainment elites, influencers, rappers, pop stars, and media moguls. But fans started noticing a shift. The conspiracy threads, the blind items, the redacted documents, they were beginning to circle a name so powerful that even the most chaotic exposé channels refused to say it directly. The energy changed. The hashtags became coded. Reddit threads were locked within hours. And Katt himself? He stopped tweeting. Not a single word in days. That silence was louder than any scream because people were starting to believe that the next name tied to Epstein's island wasn't just a celebrity or a billionaire. It was someone who had the power to crash the entire system. A politician, a future candidate, maybe even a presidential one. A fan theory gained traction after an old clip from a 2012 fundraiser resurfaced. In it, a young actor-turned-activist is seen introducing a political figure with glowing praise, calling them the hope of a new generation. No big deal on its own, right? Until a Reddit user zoomed in on the guest list pinned behind the podium. Circled, almost faded out, was the name of Jeffrey Epstein's longtime pilot. The implication that the same event that featured celebrities cozying up to this political figure also had logistical connections to Epstein's team. Was it a stretch? Maybe, but people weren't interested in being cautious anymore. They were hungry for answers. Another fan posted a series of cross-referenced flight logs that matched Epstein's plane being in the same city on the same day. The politician was hosting a private donor retreat. That post was retweeted over 50,000 times in less than a day. Then came what everyone had been waiting for, a leak. Not from a fan, not from a blog, but from someone claiming to be part of an international task force tied to a lawsuit against Epstein's estate. This anonymous whistleblower posted a heavily redacted email chain, allegedly between Epstein's assistant and a campaign advisor for a well-known political figure. The subject line? VIP guest confirmation, Sunset Bay. VIP guest confirmation, Sunset Bay.